Hey guys, I want to talk about four meme coins that I believe can join Pepe above $10 billion. The cycle, these will be somewhere between like 5 or 6 to 10x. If they get there, I'm going to break this down into two parts. Part one, why I like them in general. And then part two, we're going to fundamentally break these down kind of one by one. And I'll let you know how I think about these and why I think these have what it takes when some other ones won't. And I'm going to go through a couple of honorable mentions as well. Um, so, no BS. I'll just give you the coins right off the bat. You don't need to get clickbaited into watching this whole list kind of develop over however long I ramble. But here are the four coins: WIF, Fartcoin, and then Bonk and Floki, however you pronounce that. So yeah, these coins, I kind of spread them out because I think they are categorically different. Again, I will go into that later when we break them down individually. But for now, I just want to talk about why I like these coins in general. Um, One, they are all over 1 billion. Two, they have widespread centralized exchange availability. Um, and The RR on those coins, or risk and reward, is great. So talking about risk versus reward, everybody talks about reward, right? Everybody is like, hey, I think this coin can go up 10x, 50x, 100x, 1000x, whatever. It's never sexy to talk about risk, but it's super important because if you want to put your hard-earned money or any amount of meaningful money into this market, um, it's pretty scary, and I think easy to fall into the trap of putting money on stuff that has a much, much, much lower likelihood of making it. And by making it, I mean not topping until Bitcoin tops. Um, I try not to buy stuff personally that has what I call ephemerality risk, where it can go to zero or has a high risk of going to zero or being ephemeral or being like a ghost, just poof, it's gone in the middle of the cycle. I don't want to have to babysit coins. I don't want to have to worry about rugs. I don't want to be up all night with my finger on the sell button. I want something that will generally keep going up as long as Bitcoin and the whole market goes up. And these coins being over a billion and having made it to centralized exchanges means that the risk is super low, relatively speaking. Um, where the smaller coins that are, on chain and might be like 5 million, 10 million, even 50 million, or 100 million, or 300 million, um, they don't have that guarantee. And I think to me, making it onto a centralized exchange is kind of like being a basketball player in college, let's say, and making it to the NBA, right? Like, um, that player might not end up being like an all-star or like a Hall of Famer, but like they're going to get a couple $1,000,000 a year even if they sit on the bench, more or less, right? And I think about it like this in terms of like these four memes and the risk versus reward and maximizing the potential for profit versus on chain. Kind of like this. This is, obviously rough and loose numbers, but think about it like this: like the NBA draft, you have 60 people per year. And Division One college ball, it's like 5,000 people. Let's say another 5,000 just to make the math easy in Europe, Australia, Africa, etc., etc. Right. And so these four memes here, they're guaranteed going to the draft, right? I accidentally just drew something I shouldn't, right? So they are guaranteed to make it into the draft. If you're buying an on-chain meme that has like, 10 million, 50 million in MCAP, like you're buying one of these, having like watched them play for like 5 minutes, right? Like as a scout. And like, betting on them doing well in the NBA, you're getting them for like way cheaper on that bet. But guess what? 99.9% of these, they're going to do really well, but not in the NBA. They are going to do really well in like business to business sales or accounting, right? Like, so there's this sort of psychological phenomenon where like people think, oh, I have a coin that's, 10 million MCAP. It's way easier to get a 10x having that go to 100 because, $90 million more is way less than something pumping from 1 or 2 billion to 10 or 15 billion. But again, like the odds of an on-chain meme doing a 10x, and even just lasting long enough to where it'll make it to the end of the cycle and you don't just wake up to minus 50% in the middle of the night, is so much lower that on balance, if you look at, again, the risk and reward here, run this simulation 1,000 times, and like I believe that betting bigger on coins that already have an established track record of success and stickiness is going to, for every dollar invested, yield a greater return. So it's kind of a fallacy in so many cases that like going on chain, unless you have like insane edge and luck, like going on chain is going to make you more money because the coins are smaller and can pump more. In reality, buying these at the right phase of the market or during corrections, in my mind, just yields a ton more money. So that's why I like these four. They're all above 1 billion. You have widespread centralized exchange availability where these are by and large on Coinbase, Robinhood US, which is huge. You have a bunch of like future marginal buyers who can just one click buy these when the market's super hot. Fartcoin, you have a lot of listings coming. They're not here yet, but it feels inevitable based on the inherent strengths of this coin. We'll break it down a little bit. So yeah, let's talk about why I like these coins on an individual level. Before we do that, let me just illustrate again like why these like larger escape velocity memes are so much better on the risk reward side. If you don't make it to centralized exchanges, which are kind of like a heuristic for them being sticky, you end up with a shark cap or something similar, where this went to like $500 million and it went to zero, right? This went to stone cold zero. So you have to be careful. Another example, let's look at Bowden, right? This went from like 700-800 million down 99.98%. That's like pretty much most places it's illiquid because it went to zero. Like this just didn't make it. It didn't make it onto exchanges. So yeah, breaking these down individually, these are in two categories. I'll talk about WIF and Fartcoin first. Why do I like these memes? Fundamentally, quote unquote, they have something intrinsic to them that I call The absurdity price flywheel effect. If that sounds confusing, I'll break it down for you. These are both memes that are true memes. I've been around on the internet for a very long time. I'm kind of a boomer compared to probably most people around on YouTube and crypto Twitter. But like these are both funny memes. They're both absurd. Even if you don't find them funny at all, they're funny because they're absurd. WIF, I remember when this came onto the timeline in late November, early December. I hadn't yet bought it, and I saw it, and I thought, dog with hat. Okay, it's a dog with a hat, and they misspelled with. It's just like dog. Okay, that with hat. That's it. That's so stupid. Oh my god, that's so effing reductive and stupid. I really hope this doesn't pump because I'm not buying it. It's just so absurd. The dog's really cute. It's an iconic image. But like I'm just it's a dog meme, but dog with oh my god. I hate how absurd this is. But I saw a confluence of the right people on crypto Twitter posting about it, and I thought, I need to buy this because if this pops off, I'm going to blow my brains out. And obviously, random multi billions. And the thing is, the absurdity of the meme just being a dog with a hat and with is misspelled. It's like grammatically incomplete. It actually exponentially grows with price. And it creates this flywheel effect where the underlying meme and the attention it draws through its absurdity goes up exponentially with price. Because dog with hat, if it's like some sort of trench meme that doesn't go anywhere, just forgotten about, right? But the fact that it's successful is just so ridiculous because of how absurd the underlying meme is on its own. Fartcoin is the exact same thing, right? Fartcoin. Like, I don't really need to talk about it. Fartcoin. The notion of somebody saying, hey, I invested a significant portion of my income into a new financial vehicle. Oh, really? What is it? Oh, it's called Fartcoin. Like, that's so unhinged and psychotic and deranged that the absurdity of that, again, exponentially goes up as price goes up because dog with hat token or Fartcoin north of $1 billion, like the story just builds on itself, and you know that's like a flywheel effect. If you don't know what a flywheel is, do the most boring Wikipedia article read of your life and come back to me, but that's what it is. And don't take my word for it. These are, as far as I know, genuinely like the only two coins in the meme space that got a ton of mainstream media attention from like financial media too. WIF was all over Bloomberg in last winter. And this is April. I think this article is from like December 20th. Somebody on the editorial board of Bloomberg said, I fucking love this dog. This is insane. Run these articles about dog with hat nonstop. And there are half a dozen Bloomberg articles about WIF, right? Here's just two of them. Same thing with Fartcoin. Fartcoin as something you can purchase is just so absurd, and it keeps going up in price. Here's, NBC News. It was on Colbert, right? Stephen Colbert confirms his Fartcoin investment. These are just a couple examples of many for these coins, and very, very, very few of these coins get here, right? So with these, you have this absurdity price flywheel effect. These are at around, they bounce around. WIF is at 1.87 right now. Fartcoin is up at like $1.50, aka 1.5 billion. These hit escape velocity. They're on centralized exchanges. They are one of very few coins to achieve that. And you tack on the mainstream media effect, and it's just you have a durable coin with a durable narrative, and you're good to go. Looking at the chart specifically, WIF has survived just, infinite 70% drawdowns, right? 60%, 60%, 65%, etc., right? It's always bounced back. It has a year of chart history. It's super well distributed. It did not manage to put in a new low here, right? It's just it's sturdy, right? This is Solana beta. It's got over a year of chart history. It survived drawdowns. A ton of whales exited around here. People I DM with on Twitter, people who own like 0.5% of the entire supply. A lot of people got out here, and this thing, while Solana took a big dump too, because this is beta to Sol, and it's going to come back, in my opinion. I have a lot of conviction in this, and I'm holding. Looking at Fartcoin, which, again, just like saying that out loud makes me laugh. Just visualizing this. Again, this is a newer coin, but it reached mainstream media escape velocity. It has had not a lot of chart history, to be honest, but launched at a pivotal time, and has had a couple of 70% drawdowns. Like here's 168%, almost 60%. That's substantial. And another one right after, like almost 50%. And then this big one here, just this past couple weeks, almost 60%. And it's just coming in to put in equal or higher highs. It's the distribution of early holders to newer holders is in progress. And Fartcoin in particular has, and I'll write this down just to emphasize it, huge tailwind from AI, right? This is an AI coin. What I like about this is, in terms of AI and large cap memes, this is right in the middle. And it doesn't promise anything from a tech perspective. It's just a AI that just churns out fart jokes. It just keeps farting. All it does is fart. It promises nothing. So it's a hilarious meme. It also, people love it because it's AI. If AI shits the bed, Fartcoin says, hey, don't worry about it. I'm just a meme, right? If AI heats up and memes take a bath, I'm an AI coin. I'm interesting in novel tech. I'm the future, get exposure through me. It's awesome. I got a position in this super late. I didn't buy it until I saw this reaction here. Bought it like 110 or something, but I really think this, assuming Bitcoin goes over like 150, I think this has a really great chance of going over 10 bill. So, going back to our chart, I think it was on. Yeah, lost my text, but that's fine. We had WIF, Fartcoin. Then we have Bonk and Floki, whatever. If these are absurdity, price flywheel coins, genuine memes, funny, extensible, relatable, etc. What these coins are VC ish cabal scams. I don't really mean this, right? But you ever see a coin that doesn't really have a lot of soul? It doesn't, like, there's really no funny meme there or anything to it. It's not memeable, and you're like, this just feels like just some sort of like soulless scam. Like, this is kind of the cynical view. I would actually rebrand this, and I haven't really even thought this through, just on the fly, of like organized, structured, kind of like team cabal coins. And you don't really have people out there slinging Bonk memes or Floki memes. But what you do have here with these is large groups of highly connected and moneyed individuals who have this incentive to see these coins do well. And they are within the meme space, which does do well and has comps at like 40 and 80 billion like last cycle. And they make sure that these coins do well through whatever levers they have. And that's clearly been the case here. I don't even own this one. I poo-pooed it like a year ago, and then it just shut me up by running like 20, 30x. But like, looking at Bonk, for example, I mean, this is a little bit older than this, but again, this is a coin that has survived a ton of huge 70, 75%. Oh my god, this coin's going to zero type of drawdowns. It just keeps bouncing back, right? Just keeps bouncing back and putting in new highs. And I think that, again, this is where Solana topped after the Trump pump, put a new all-time high, and then it just has bled out. And all the coins that are beta to Solana just, ate dirt here. I think these come back as Solana comes back, and then people rush into Solana beta that has a lot of chart history, right? Bonk's been around for years. It's on Coinbase. It's on Robinhood, I think. This is about as sturdy and easy to buy as it gets. Floki, again, I'm not like super huge on this coin. But, I mean, look at this. I was trashing it down here. Like, nobody's going to buy this, like, dead, soulless coin. And then, oops, I was super wrong, right? And this isn't the best chart, but, like, I think it's pretty good. And I think that, again, stuff topped here and went down. You can't single out coins. I think this comes back, and it has a good chance of getting above 10 billion, too. So, honorable mention coins. These are coins that, in my opinion, have some form of escape velocity, good chart history for the first two at least, or just at least like something that is going to keep them in the mix. And I don't know if they get to 10 billion plus, but I think they have an outside shot at it. We're going to talk about Mog, Popcat, and the Pengu. I'm not going to chart these. Maybe I'll take a quick look, but Mog, huge ETH beta coin. I think it's like vaguely at like 1 million or something right now. It is just a really strong coin. Let's look at the chart. Why not? If I can find it. Yeah, I mean, this is an insane chart to me. Again, from like late November. Most stuff has gone down. I don't know what the scam pump here is, but maybe some sort of exchange listing. But I think this comes back up. This has just generally been up, and then the whole market ate shit here. I think it comes back. There aren't that many ETH coins. That's the thesis of ETH people. Agree or disagree. This just feels sturdy. The art that's come out of it, like the kind of like fuzzy cotton candy pictures for Mog, are also just like really good. The community is really frothy. I think this coin can be an outside kind of bet to go 10 billion. Popcat. This was legit the strongest chart in all of crypto until suddenly it wasn't. And again, this is like where Solana topped out. Popcat needed to have people take profit here. People were just having too good of a ride on this, so I'm not surprised it absolutely ate it. But again, it didn't put in new lows compared to the summer. And recency bias is a thing. People wrote this off to zero. But this is the biggest cap coin on Sol. It's right up there with MOG in general. And again, once Sol rebounds and people scramble into Sol beta, and the kind of like AI narrative cools down a little bit, or we at least enter PvE, I think this comes back up. Don't take my predictions to the bank. This is just what I feel. Pengu, yeah, here we go. So this has like no chart history. If you don't know, this is the meme coin dropped by the Pudgies NFT brand. I don't own any of this. I probably won't buy this till the bear market. But despite not having much chart history, it doesn't have a lot of drawdowns. A lot of this is airdrop supply or claimed supply. It needs more time, more pain, more distribution, maybe like some sort of time capitulation. This is like, I think, north of 2 billion MCAP because it launched huge. The reason I think this can go to 10 billion is it's already up big. It's one of the biggest Solana memes. The Pudgies brand is huge. Why I'm bullish on this for next cycle in terms of me buying it is because the Pudgies brand did something very, 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 very just vanishingly few people do in crypto, and they got their bag in NFT craze and then kept building during the bear, even when most 99.99% already got their nut, thus no incentive. If somebody gives you $10 million as an individual to do something, and it's money in the bank, and then even if you don't do the thing, you get to keep the money, most people, just human nature, are going to go, yeah, I think I'm going to check out, right? And Pudgies didn't. They've built this like real business offline. They've like toys in Walmart, like Walmart tweets about Pudgies, and they're the real deal. Like they took it offline. They went omni-channel. Like I think that I don't want to buy this up here. There's probably going to be a lot of impatient sellers. Even if I do think it has a good shot at going to 10 billion, I will absolutely, unless the whole meta of crypto changes next bear. When this goes down 90% or whatever, I will be scooping up a bag on the sturdiness of the Pudgies brand and just the track record of the builders. Like, you don't have to take my word for it or their word for it. They built the whole bear, and they're strong as ever. I mean, they're like, I think Pudgies like are close to flipping CryptoPunks, right? Like the Luminary kind of provenance OG forever collection. I don't know if that's durable, but that's impressive, right? And that's a testament to what they've done. So anyway, recapping with Fartcoin. These are attention or absurdity price flywheel coins, good chart history, good distribution, broad listings. Fartcoin, not as well distributed and not as much chart history, but I think it gets there. And then Bonk and Floki, whatever. These are kind of like the shadowy moneyed organization coins. And Bonk especially, it kind of reminds me of like Cardano in 2020, 2021. I mean that bullishly. Like, this is just, they've got this like marketing arm that like is retail buyer normie, quote unquote, like catnip. And I just think you can't fade that. Even though the meme sucks. I own a lot of it. I think the meme sucks, but I like money, right? ADA is just garbage tech, but it's a cult and normies love it and they keep running it up. Bonk's gonna do the same. But yeah, thanks for listening. Again, these four have in my mind, good chance of running towards 10 billion or more. Hopefully much more. If Bitcoin and crypto keep doing well, and then Mog, Popcat, and this Pengu, I think they have a chance of stretching out there too, depending on how frothy the market gets. Appreciate you watching. This was a long one and very rambly. I might start making an outline for myself in future videos to tighten this up a little bit. But anyway, appreciate it, guys. See you guys in the next one or on Twitter.